Hi. If you like giving lawyers money, then I absolutely have the divorce tips for you. These are divorce tips that have been compiled from 20 years of practice. And I must be feeling in a bit of a mood today because I feel that the world at large needs to know how not to run your divorce. But if you want to do it like this, fill your boots. Number one, make sure you leave the matrimonial home and then stew in a basement in a bedsit for 2 years, or in your mum's house, or sofa surf, because that's very enjoyable and really improves your mood and really gets you, match fit for the drama that is to come. Once you've taken your head out of your bottom, number two, go and see a lawyer who says, "I'll tell you what we'll do, we'll write some letters." Make sure they write lots of letters. Make sure that when those letters are sent, they have lots of lovely words like imperative, we insist, you must, it is necessary for you to do. Lots of kind of hyperbole and sort of speaking in the sort of bossy tone. Because when the person who receives that letter gets it, when they open it, I suspect what they'll do is they'll say, "How very true. You were so right. My bad. I am an idiot. Allow me to make whatever moves you want me to make," right? Or not. Number three, at some point, you'll realise you're getting nowhere. At this point, it's very important that you resist mediation or any other kind of non court dispute resolution. Ideally, you'll say no to mediation, early neutral evaluation, arbitration, any roundtable stuff. Just make sure everybody's really, really clear with that. You're really clear with them that you'd much, much rather that the lawyers had the money. That bit is important. Okay, number four, breath. Keep writing letters because that's going very well. At point five, you'll find that the other party might get a bit eggy about this and actually decide that it's time to issue court proceedings. Now, that's unfortunate, but don't worry, because at this point, what you do is you need to ignore everything. There are months and months and months of time that the court will give you to prepare those papers. It's very important you don't do that. Point six, of course, is do it the night before the first appointment, the FDR, whenever it might be. That's usually you do your best work when you do it the night before, ideally after a long day's work. Point seven, do it drunk, because that really puts the sprinkles on top. Point eight, make sure you go the next day with your shabby homework that looks like the cat sat on it to court, and that will make people will be really pleased to see you and particularly impressed with your work. Usually the judge will think it's fine and definitely not make a costs order against you if the hearing was ineffective. At point nine, the next stage is very much to not seek support from any sensible lawyer, good friend, McKenzie friend, or someone who you feel takes a balanced view of things. And if you must seek support, because ideally, remember, having started this process in the basement, your own internal narrative and morale will be rock bottom at this point. But if you must seek support, I really recommend that you do that down at the pub, because that's where so many of our great British legal advisors spend quite some hours of every day. And their dogs. I mean, that's kind of an upside. And then finally, perhaps get all the way to a final hearing and ideally don't file any evidence, because judges really do enjoy a whole day, preferably a whole day, maybe even 2 days of absolute evidence roulette. And they just really like that a lot. So those are my tips, because we will get rich if you do that. And you will get poor and you'll have no friends by the end of it, I have to tell you. But if you don't want to do that, maybe come and see us.